There have been two changes over the break, both for Portugal. Nelson Semedo has come on at right back in place of João Neves. And Ruben Neves, who started the semi-final against Germany, has come on for Francisco Conceição.
Yeah, I think the first of those changes, Semedo, one for João Neves, makes sense. I recognise right backs try and deal with Nico Williams and get forward when you can, but Conceição, that's an interesting change. More struggling up against Marco Correa's an injury there. Is he worried about maybe the player getting booked or possibly sent off? So an interesting change, but I think Martinez had to do something. He's made those two changes.
Looks like Bernardo Silva has taken a more advanced role after this switch in personnel. Here's Petri for Spain. Zubimendi. Fabian Ruiz. The timing of the second Spanish goal tonight so significant, coming as it did just before the break. Portugal have already shown tonight they can come from 1 goal down. Can they do it again? Mingueza. Zubimendi. Bernardo Silva nearly won it on Fabian Ruiz.
Guys, ini babak kedua antara Portugal dan Spanyol. Posisi sekarang skor Spanyol unggul 1 poin, jadi 2-1. Semoga aja Portugal bisa comeback, bisa menang. Paling dalam nggak nonton bola, cuma nonton Ronaldo ya. Sekalian nonton
Nico Williams, who's got a different defender up against him now in the shape of Nelson Semedo.
Well, Spain have such talented technical players that at times they would maybe encourage the press because they just back themselves to play through it.
Taken from Williams, allowed it carried through to Correa, who's kept it in play. Howson. Stretching Ruben Neves. That's what he's been brought into the team to do, to try and disrupt the Spanish flow.
Yeah, I think he's going to play as the deepest lying. Portugal's 3 central midfielders, so when they have the ball, that'll encourage Bruno Fernandes and Vitinha to play slightly higher, but at the moment Portugal's struggling to get on the ball.
Two disappointed faces, João Neves and Francisco Conceição there, who I'm sure would both have loved to be still involved in the action.
Nice.
This is Ruben Diaz. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's done really well here to get it back for Pedro Neto.
Yes!
Bruno Fernandes. Offside, however. As the ball came back to him, he was in an offside position.
Well, his finish is absolutely stunning.
Enggak lah. Memang dapat dia.
The ball is, I think, forward. Is that where the problem is? But he catches the goalkeeper up quite brilliantly, just whipping it in at the near post. They've got a second equaliser, not to be.
Well, that's the template for Portugal. That's how you do it. Can they do it again? Fabian Ruiz.
Of course, Portugal will be disappointed that goal's been disallowed, but that's the advanced positions that really they need. Bruno Fernandes, Vitinha to be in. They might not have a lot of the ball, but when they do get it, can they get those two players in particular to get up the pitch and at times get as close to Ronaldo as they can?
Bruno Fernandes has come out really fired up in the second half. Here's Correa. Space out. Zubimendi. Pedro. Yamaha. He's stopped by Nuno Mendes. Portugal do not want to allow Spain's wonder kid get up ahead of steam.
Sengaja banget cok, buang waktu.
To the amusement of
Dari
Portuguese
tadi
fans,
passing
Cucurella
doang.
unable to keep the ball in play. There is still fight, there is still belief amongst this Portuguese team. It can be disheartening when you go behind to a team of the quality of Spain, but Portugal have got to still believe. Ronaldo met by Lemnoma. Mingueza.
Terus, ganti.
Nuno
Ah,
Mendes gets the
mampus.
better of Lamine Yamal again. Nuno Mendes has been hurt. Portugal play on. Ruben Diaz. Semedo. Bernardo Silva. He's taken up the position where Conceição was playing in the first half. Hausen. Straight to Bruno Fernandes. Here's Cristiano
Aduh.
Ronaldo.
Gak bisa CR, jangan langsung.
Pedro Neto took a deflection all the way through. Not only guided it closer to Unai Simon.
It's going to be difficult for Portugal. Large portions this second half, they're going to be watching Spain. Just keep the ball, it can be really frustrating. But when they get it back, as we saw in the first half, they've got to be so clinical and effective.
Fabian Ruiz, speed to it by Vitinha. Cucurella does well for Spain.
Ganggu.
Alba. Subimendi. Pedri to Yamal. Williams. No.
Enggak, lanjut.
Vitinha. Bernardo Silva.
CR-nya ngambil posisi yang benar lah.
Ruben Neves. Oh, he was ready to drill it in. Portugal felt there may have been a handball. Nelson Semedo stopped by Cucurella. But it's going to be a Portuguese throw.
Yes, the Norman, I think if he steps out, gets the block in. He seems to have his hands close to his body though.
Neto. Good slide by Lenormand. Yamal to Zubimendi. Spain look to reassert control. Mingueza. Neat triangular passing. Yamal. Smoothly made by Fabian Ruiz. Just couldn't thread it through. Silky skills from Nuno Mendes.
Gila.
Goes up against one of the trickiest customers of the planet in Lamine Yamal, but Nuno Mendes has got a few tricks up his sleeve as well. No foul on Ronaldo. Referee says play on.
Bisa itu soalnya kelihatan.
Bernardo Silva glad to do so.
Cross.
Vitinha.
Crossing cowok.
Ruben Diaz with the attempt to cross, and Portugal will remain on the
Nice.
attack.
Polisi.
Cucurella just received a blow to the face, and that's been made to be held up for just a moment.
Yeah, at times for defenders, it's going to be painful. And there to block shots, block crosses, does his job. It's a ball in the face though. Brilliant bit of skill, Nuno Mendes. I played left back, but I think Nuno Mendes plays that position slightly differently than I did. Yeah, I played left back. I'm not sure what position he's actually playing, because it certainly isn't left back.
Nelson Semedo.
Ya lama.
Pedri. Spain so relaxed, even inside their own penalty area. Hausen eventually decides to slam it away. It's worked out well for Spain. Nico Williams leaves Bernardo Silva behind. Stopped though by Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes. Cristiano Ronaldo. We laboured a little bit. Fernando Man was in. He saw the hesitation. Sensed the opportunity. Pedro. Fabian Ruiz. It was spinning. It was slightly awkward for Diogo Costa.
Yeah, it's a shot the goalkeeper's never going to collect, but Oyarzabal is closing in there, so the keeper bats that ball down, parries it down. There's a tap in there, so it was a strong save. He pushed the ball away.
Ruben Neves' attempted pass is blocked out. Oyarzabal. Pedro. Subimendi. Hampson, rather wayward in his attempts to pick out Lamine Yamal. Portuguese pressure on the Spanish midfield continues to tell. This was the attempt from Fabian Ruiz.
And the goalkeeper's in a good position, sees it all the way, should save that, but it's how he actually, if you can't collect it, where do you knock it to? So knock it wide, knock it with a bit of power as well, keep it away from any striker following up.
Mendes to Ronaldo.
It's a really disciplined defensive line that Spain's holding at times because of the press in midfield. They can squeeze up, and Ronaldo is caught offside.
Mingueza. Lenormand. Oyarzabal. Pedro. Spain, a team that really trust each other in possession. Even if a teammate is closely marked, they can still receive a pass. They trust to know what to do with it. Fabian Ruiz here, that's a good ball. Cucurella, no sign of Nelson Semedo. Williams was arriving, couldn't take it with it.
Well, Bernardo Silva got caught out badly there as Cucurella stepped forward. Bernardo Silva should track him back. He didn't, he was caught watching the ball, and it's a decent position, decent opportunity really for Spain.
Down goes Cristiano Ronaldo. The referee says that Dean Howson got the ball. Final that Cristiano Ronaldo is desperate to make an impact in. Is the big opportunity going to fall his way tonight?
The one thing with Ronaldo, he has that mental strength. You know, at his age, he can't go tearing around the pitch, but he won't have 4 or 5 opportunities. When he saw against Germany, he might just have the one. He's got to be ready for that one. The age of he is, the type of player that he is, you know, mentally, he's got to be so tuned in and not heavily involved in the game, but suddenly, are you ready when the time comes? And invariably he is.
Cristiano Ronaldo, who had 46 caps by the time Lamine Yamal was born, which is quite remarkable. Feels like we are witnessing a bit of time travel tonight. Players of different eras almost colliding. And Ronaldo keen to remind us he's still very much part of this one. Bernardo Silva. Nelson Semedo. Ruben Diaz. Spain just taking a little breather here. There's no press. They are content for Portugal to have possession in this central third. the way, at this stage on Thursday, Spain were 4-0 up against France in the semi-final. There's a few little twists of that before the end, but very much a different lead they hold tonight. Again, Nuno Mendes away from Lamine Yamal.
Yes, yes, yes.
He waited. He bided his time. He believed that the chance would come. For the second time tonight, Portugal have come from behind to draw this final level at 2-2. Lamine Yamal couldn't prevent the attack. Cristiano Ronaldo made it count.
But also look at Mingueza. He steps in with Pedro Neto, and that is the space there that Nuno Mendes exploits. I just mentioned about Ronaldo. You won't have 5-6 chances in the game. One will come along. There's a little nudge there on Cucurella. He doesn't foul him, but he just gets everything right. He's in the right place. He's strong. And it's just that nudge finish, that's all it takes. So again, the mental strength of the man is extraordinary. But just that one defensive lapse, so right back stepping in, and Lamine Yamal not staying with his man, space opens up.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. In international football. There are some minor nations that haven't scored 130
Ronaldo.
as a team. The incredible story of Cristiano Ronaldo
Lagi.
continues to create new chapters.
Terusin.
That is now 8 goals in 9 games during this Nations League campaign for Portugal's incredible number 7. Luis de la Fuente is back all square again.
Also with Ronaldo at his age, he's had to adapt to become a very different player. But also, go about Portugal as a team, they understand that their talisman is not the player that he was. Can you still maybe create those 1 or 2 opportunities for him? Because, as I said, invariably he sticks the ball in the back of the net. So give the team a lot of credit behind Ronaldo for creating those chances for him.
The most goals any player has ever scored in the Nations League is Erling Haaland with 19. Well, next top goal scorer Serbia's Alexander Mitrovic with 15, and Ronaldo's now joined him as Pedri looks to get Spain in front again. And it's a brilliant block by Nuno Mendes, who's having a brilliant time for Portugal.
Well, Pedri doesn't have the pace to run away from defenders. He's got a twist and turn. Brilliant defending from the left back, though.
Spain have had their feathers ruffled here. What's the response going to bring?
Mantap.
Diogo Costa hasn't fully cleared. Coutinho will send it further away. Free kick to Portugal. For the foul of Pedro Neto.
Well, that Ronaldo goal, of course, it's brought Portugal level, but it's just ignited the game and much more of a contest now. But Pedri's in a great position, hasn't got the pace to run away. See, Nuno Mendes, normally defenders talk
Nuno Mendes,
but he just just so quick. He gets back into a good defensive position to get the block in. So Nuno Mendes, his team going forward is devastating, but he's a defender. He did a brilliant job there.
Bernardo Silva tries to get away from Fabian Ruiz, is taken down by Marco Correa.
Gak apa-apa dulu ya. Kamu udah tetap apa? Dapat throw in.
Tricky play, manipulating the ball, Bernardo Silva.
Oh iya.
I think he does step across in Cucurella. I think he's right, Cucurella, because
Oh, yeah,
Bernardo Silva does seem to
dapat.
feel a bit of contact and then throw himself to the ground, but
Gitu dong.
he's got what he wanted.
Free kick for Portugal. Just over 25 minutes of normal time to play. A reminder, if this UEFA Nations League final is level at the end of 90 minutes, it will be
Free kick.
half hour of extra time tonight. Penalties if necessary, but one way or the other, we're going to get a winner tonight between this Iberian pair.
That's amazing what goals can do for a team. The Portuguese players now believe the fans behind that goal. They truly believe their team can go on and win this.
Momentum, such an important commodity in football, and Portugal might well believe they hold the momentum at the moment.
Ya Bruno, bisa Bruno.
Fernandes to take. So, clumsy fall to the ground by Ruben Diaz. Houston hit the deck too. Will be throw it. He's been delayed. Just one. The video assistant referee has a look to see if there is any case
Oh,
for
iya,
a potential
Naruto.
penalty here.
Jur.
It's actually Zubimendi. Does he just grab the Ruben Diaz's shirt?
Quick decision, check over. They have a look at it, but no penalty.
You see this a lot from defenders
Ya,
in
enggak.
free situations.
Tadi,
Just grabbing
padahal
hold of
tadi
each
bagus
other. It's
shotnya.
such a risky game to play.
Bernardo Silva, electric atmosphere here in Munich. Bruno Fernandes deflected into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Portugal look at a different team. That Ronaldo goal has given them
Nah,
such a massive lift. They're on the front foot now.
kenapa gue sering merah banget ya?
They're squeezing Spain. Very different contest.
Bruno Fernandes, who has scored 21 goals for club and country this season. Can he produce one more in this Nations League final tonight? And Spain catch a second
Apa ini?
wind.
Jauh. Oh, aman aman.
Zubimendi
Kirain offside
pirouettes
tuh.
away for Bruno Fernandes. This is Cucurella. Bedrick. There's a lot of defensive work being expected in midfield by Portugal here. They said Spain might be vulnerable, but history tells us this team can often be at their most dangerous when they appear vulnerable.
Now, the one thing Spain won't do is panic. They'll just try and get back into their passing rhythm.
Howson picks out Cucurella. Now Williams. Zubimendi. Fabian Ruiz. Gueza to Petri. And this is Lamine Yamal. Cristiano Ronaldo waited for his big moment tonight. Can Spain's young superstar catch a bit of the glory too?
Pusing deh. Dapat space. Gini.
Gueza.
Mundur kan mau
Then Norman. Cucurella. We are midway through the second half now. Petri. Cucurella. Howson.
Bingung Spanyol bingung. Aku kunci semua ke bawah.
Mingueza.
Jaga Yamal.
Great ball.
Yamal
Williams
nggak dijagain kan? Was. Oh.
uses Cucurella as a decoy. Diogo Costa
Serem
was
banget
scrambling
Nico
a little bit there.
nendang. Nico Williams.
Much relieved to see the shot from Nico Williams go off target.
Yeah, they're really patient, Spain. They must have walked 20-odd passes there. It's a difficult chance you're running away from goal. Here's the equaliser. Steven Gazer stepping in there with Pedro Neto. Didn't need to do that.
Enak banget tuh CR
Let the ball
mantannya.
go into Pedro Neto. Don't step forward. Create the space for Nuno Mendes to exploit. There's Ronaldo. No surprise. Right place, right time.
Nah, save Ronaldo. 30 menit ini kalau bisa kamu golin lah.
Just go back to that Williams shot. It's patient from Spain. It's a difficult opportunity. He's not had much of the ball really, Nico Williams, in the second half. And he's running away from goal as well. So try and wrap your body around it, wrap your instep around it, get the pace, the accuracy to beat the keeper. Really tough.
Tinggi biar.
Bruno Fernandes, who scored against Poland and Scotland in the league phase.
Awas. Nah.
Last time, Martinez with a trophy was the FA Cup in England with
Enggak.
Wigan Athletic. get a trophy tonight. His team have got to defend here.
Well, Portugal play themselves. They're trying to play out from the back. It's a poor pass from Ruben Dias. Nuno Mendes is on his heels. Yamal's in front of him, so then it's wrong side of him, the defender, and he feels he has to try and get the buggers across his man. He clearly catches the man before the ball, but they have the ball, Portugal, and just risky playing out from the back when Spain are going to press you.
The Barcelona buddies, Pedri and Lamine Yamal standing over this one. It is Yamal.
Sip.
Headed up in the air by Nelson Semedo.
Sip. Terus.
Hard work from Cucurella. To win it from
Udah
Bernardo
bagus.
Silva. Portugal who made two substitutions at half-time are getting ready to make another double swap here with 20 minutes of the 90 to go. Williams,
Astro jangan kendor anjir.
Pedri,
Defendingnya.
Zubimendi to Mingueza.
Lamin cok, Lamin.
Mingueza, one of the two changes in the Spain team
Lamin dari
tonight
tadi kosong mulu aja.
compared to the side that started the
Masa ngeliatnya ya.
semi-final. Williams looking for Pedri, Nuno Mendes,
Langsung.
alert, sharp, needed to be.
Sip. Bawa.
Bruno Fernandes to Ronaldo.
Bawa cowok. Aduh.
Vitinha.
Ini
Spain
bawah
are going to
kosong
get
lah
back
ya.
that.
Kalau bisa crossing ya. Coba lah. Gue greget banget gitu.
Bernardo Silva. Nelson Semedo. Straight at the keeper.
Just needs to pull that ball back. He's got Ronaldo in there. Pedro Neto made a move towards the far post as well. And it all starts actually the link play from Ronaldo on the halfway line. Gets himself into a good striking position in the 6-yard box. Just Semedo, who covered a lot of ground to get the cross in. Just couldn't wrap his foot around it, pull it away from the goalkeeper.
In a tight Nations League final in Munich. I mentioned Portugal were preparing a double substitution. Spain now also preparing fresh legs. Pedri. Cucurella.
Aduh.
In ahead of Nelson
Ya.
Semedo.
Lamin cok. Liatin cok. Enggak anjir.
The offside flag rises. Nico Williams was offside. This break in play
Offside,
will
oh.
allow both coaches to make
Pergantian.
alterations here. Renato Vega, who
Oh,
plays
Neto
top
ganti nomor
football
lagi.
in Italy for the second half of this past season with Juventus. They're on loan from Chelsea. He's going to come on in place of Gonzalo Inacio. Inacio, remember, who's on a yellow card. And Roberto Martinez perhaps bearing that as part of his calculations. Big cheers to the Spanish fans in the background because they've just noticed their team's about to bring on a bit of power themselves. Bernardo Silva making way for Rafael Leao, the AC Milan winger.
Yeah, Pedro Neto will switch out to the right-hand side and Leao will play on his natural left.
Banyak banget
Big
ini
cheer for
pergantian.
the return of Isco. Really good season with Betis for Real Madrid, man. He scored 12 goals this past
Isco siapa
campaign
tuh?
to force his way back into the international picture. Back in the squad after an absence of 6 years, Isco. As Mikel Merino also comes on
Oh, Mikel
for the
Merino.
European champions. Merino, who scored in the semi-final against France on Thursday.
Abis yang masih semua. Kontrol. Ayo kontrolnya.
Hobson. Can't pick out Isco. Any little misplaced
Ah,
pass
itu ngapain
now
tuh videonya?
is going to feel consequential as the clock ticks on and we enter the final 15 minutes of the regulation
Kasih
90.
Leao.
Leao.
Set, lari. Set, aduh.
Immediately
Kena.
surrounded but then fouled by Lamine Yamal.
You know, this final has really continued the theme that we've seen in these finals. That's what 18 goals now in the games that we've had. Just how positive every side has been, looking to score goals, looking to entertain. It's been brilliant.
Vitinha, Ruben Neves, Nelson Semedo.
Sabar Ronaldo. Kalau sekarang dia tinggal Ronaldo ini cari ruang aja coba. Beneran itu terakhir. Pas timnya udah mau eksekusi, nah Ronaldo di situ mau cari posisi. Dia tidak eksekusi gitu, harusnya bisa.
Concentration now. Still the possibility that it could be a moment of brilliance that decides it. Lenormand. Marino.
Ayo,
Fresh
ambil.
Williams. Nelson Semedo backpedaling. Lamine Yamal.
Wah, jaga Yamal.
This is his kind of range.
Well, then you remember that goal he scored from a very similar position here against France when he kind of bent it rather than just strike it and go for power. He goes for power here. I think again you lose the accuracy, try it down the goalkeeper's throat. Would have been better maybe just trying to score a similar goal, try and get that arcing strike, whip it towards that far top corner.
Correa's header, neat and tidy for Spain. Isco. Ronaldo doing some serious pressing down there. We don't often see that from Cristiano Ronaldo, who likes to conserve his energy, but perhaps realising it really is needed now. Isco.
Sip.
Pass out towards Williams.
Lepas
Back for
kiper,
Portugal by Pedro Neto.
ampas.
Renato Vega.
Tipis.
Got away with that one.
Ayo, masuk Leo. Bener deh, Leo kecil masuk guys. Leo tuh maju dikit, habis ganti. Left backnya pokoknya lah. Tinggal back. Tinggal passing panjang aja gitu.
Vitinha. Ruben Neves. Interesting to see now the effect that Rafael Leao can have to this Portuguese attack. Here he is. Hanging it in there. Coquelin. No margin for error. Puts it out for Portuguese
Ayo
corner.
bisa ya di corner ini, help please.
It's brilliant defending. Left back round on the cover. If that doesn't happen, you've got attackers coming in at the far post. His positioning is brilliant. It's so important. He just steps inside that far post and is there to clear the danger.
Sandro Scherer, the referee, just trying to keep the peace inside the penalty area. As Pedro Neto waits. Bruno Fernandes is going over to Pedro Neto here. Change of idea.
Coaching staff, Portuguese coaching staff screaming at Bruno Fernandes to deliver the ball in.
And on the other end of the field, this is Diogo Costa.
I might be wrong, but I just wonder whether it's Jose Sá, one of the Portuguese goalkeepers, just had a word with Diogo Costa, time to go down, so maybe the staff can have a chat about this set piece. Ronaldo there getting on the end of that deflected cross, doing what he's done so well for so many years. But I think with the goalkeeper going down here, just gives Roberto Martinez, the coach, a chance to get those Portuguese players over and just have a word with them before this set piece is taken.
Who's advising who?
lama ya. Bahkan udah 80 menit cok, buang waktu coba. Aduh, Costa kenapa itu?
Diogo Costa, who made history at Euro 2024 last year, became the first goalkeeper to ever save 3 penalties in a European Championship finals shootout. That was against Slovenia in the last 16. Still a chance tonight he could be involved in another penalty shootout here in Munich. Right, after all that, corner time.
Bruno bisa Bruno.
Sent in by Bruno Fernandes. Flashed close to Renato
Ayo,
Vega.
sudah.
Here is Lamine Yamal. Deliberately found by Pedro Neto there.
Suka narik tuh.
Sabar
Neto.
He wanted to ensure that the 18-year-old didn't get away from him there.
Now he knows what's coming once that ball is shifted and he's away. It's one for the team by taking out Yamal.
Some injury problems in his career. Pedro Neto, it's great to see him getting a real run of fitness these days. Harrison. Have Spain another gear they can click into here. Can they increase the tempo?
Kita ngapain tuh?
Tried to do just that. Here is Isco. Great attempt, but what a save! Diogo Costa keeps the game at 2-2.
Serem anjir Isco ini sumpah.
That's wonderful athleticism. He's just moving his
Gak
feet.
salah so dia bisa sampai masuk Madrid
Anticipate
waktu
where the
itu.
shot's really going to end up. And that ball is moving back towards him, but it's still a brilliant save. That's what Isco can
Tunggu
provide.
serem ya.
That creativity, that attacking brilliance.
Aduh.
Goalkeeper matches it.
12 international goals for Isco. It's a long time since his most recent one. Crossed it by Yamal. And so clumsy. Collisions there inside the 6-yard box where the free kick has been given to Portugal.
Apa tuh kena kaki? Apa tuh?
Once the cross gets deflected, Portugal got real problems at the far post. They just aren't doing enough. This.
Anjir.
Oh,
kena dulu
the Spanish
jangan
players.
penalti dong guys.
Marino's going to actually get
Layout tahu lah kena temennya
Miguel
agak.
Moreno into the back of Ruben Neves and almost forcing him then onto the outstretched leg of his teammate Rafael Leao. Ruben Neves made
Layout
it
tahu lah
stuff.
nendangin temennya
He's
agak.
quickly back up to his feet. One mistake now could decide this final. One moment of inspiration could decide this final. Isco, surely offside. Oyadama will play on. Oh! Practically saved by Renato Vega. There's no way he would have counted anyway, but he had to be sure.
Gak gol, gak gol itu bagus, itu
Presume the
bagus.
flag's going to go up.
Offside.
Clearly offside. That ball is let goals with the defender. Instincts kick in.
Anjing,
Defends
tendangnya
brilliantly.
itu cok, gila.
And of course he didn't need
Saya
to
punya
bother,
serem,
but he
Kak.
did the right thing. His instincts were good.
Gila ya, bagus banget cok sumpah.
Vitinha.
Jangan. Kalau bawa pun Anda harus crossing. Kan
They
crossing.
keep looking to get Leao involved.
Leo, siap Leo.
Up against wing
Ser-
Fraser,
ser- ah.
down by Yamal. Oh, and Yamal's done really well here against Nuno Mendes. Vitinha comes across and fouls him. Free kick to Spain.
Habis-habisnya Yamal nih. Terserah lah, alhamdulillah.
It's hard work from Yamal to get the ball back. It's an opportunity actually for Joe Neves to
enak
actually
dong
clear the ball
ditambah
out. He misses that
Vitinha.
opportunity. That then draws Vitinha across, who eventually gives the free kick away. course, defensively, both sides, that's what they have to be really careful of. It's the dynamic counter-attack, because both sides have got that capability.
There will be stoppages to be added on. But we are into the last 5 minutes of the 90 now. Spain have twice in the lead. Portugal have twice come back at
Ya,
them.
langsung.
Ruben Neves popping it in front of Ronaldo. Unai Simon plays sweeper keeper for Spain.
Berani nih Unai Simon maju-maju. Aduh. Ya, apa tuh CR, Cok? Aduh, jangan
Subimendi.
dulu.
Isco. It's foul by Coutinho.
Knifing anjing.
Discipline so important now in this closing stretch. House.
Ah,
Well
kosong.
down. Isco.
Sumpah Isco ini bahaya,
Picked
Cok.
up some good positions, Isco, since his introduction.
Paling bener-bener jaga
Now he looks for
sayangnya.
Lamine Yamal.
Mampus.
Cut out
Sip.
by Nuno Mendes.
Langsung. Cep.
Play out, couldn't return it to it.
You mentioned Isco, there's a variety of positions that he's picking up. At times he's dropping deep to get the ball into his feet. At times he's joining the attacking line.
Aduh, mampus kok ganti-ganti
By
sumpah.
Babak. So that's the proper Portuguese defensively against him. You're never really sure where he's going to be.
Ya,
Portugal
masa
ready
ya
to
kita
bring
jadi
on
hero pulang
another
lagi
of their
sih.
recent Champions League winners. Gonzalo Ramos, who won 4 trophies this past
Gonzalo
campaign with
soalnya masuk
Paris
beneran
Saint-Germain.
kayaknya.
Might it be Ronaldo
Kalau
who makes
bagus loh
way?
kayak gitu.
It's not that ball again. It's so clever. Just that little nudge he gives Cucurella just to maybe take him out of the equation. It's not a foul. It's just really clever striking play. Just to open up some space for yourself to put the ball on.
Apa? Merah. Coba merah, Cok. Wire pun. Tadi guys ada yang tulisan Cristiano, please let me touch you.
Tonight, gap number 221 for the
Dari sini Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. He to pass. And they played a critical role in dragging Portugal back level. Now, can they go on to win it without him? The captain's armband passed on to Bruno Fernandes. As Gonzalo Ramos comes on for what's left of the 90 and maybe all of extra time.
Well, Portugal have won trophies with Cristiano Ronaldo on the sidelines as a cheerleader, so this is influence going to be from the technical area rather than on the pitch now.
It was Ronaldo who famously had to go off injured very early in the Euro 2016 final. Tonight, at the age of 40, he has played almost the full 90 minutes. It was perhaps sensible for Portugal, as much as they would love to have Ronaldo on the pitch. 120 minutes would be asking an awful lot at this level for a man inside his 5th decade now.
I just wonder psychologically, does that affect Portugal with the talisman going on? Does that give Spain a lift? Very possibly.
Temannya di MU.
As the elder statesman makes way, the young buck hopes he may still shine in this Nations League final.
Kedorong tuh.
Foul on Ramos, who's just come on.
Baru juga masuk Gonzalo. Kita.
It has been a fascinating final so far. 2 different really approaches from the teams, but it'll certainly take another half an hour if that's what we get.
One of those nights where nobody inside the Munich arena is heading towards the exits early. They'll take all of this they can get. Renato Vega. Ruben Neves.
Lepas atas.
Which of these neighbours from the Iberian Peninsula can finish this final
Ya,
the
lepas lagi
strongest?
kalau mau.
90 minutes almost up, we're about to see what's going to be added on.
Habis keren pro. Hah?
It's back from Nuno Mendes.
Mahal nih bola.
Accelerates. Down it goes.
Apa ya istirahat juga sih?
The card
Oh,
counts.
no, no.
It brings to Nunes. Now this is a dangerous position for a Portuguese free kick.
It's just fantastically dynamic little give
Iya,
and go.
kena.
Suddenly you've got a winger. Full pace and a centre half has been drawn out of position. That's not where Lenormand really wanted to be. Up against a flying winger. And just had no answer. The hour was past it before he could make it a decent challenge. What an opportunity this is.
2-2 on the scoreboard. Just 2 minutes to be added on. Any goal now would
Plus
surely
2
prove to be
agak
the winner.
plus 2 ini. Ya bagus ini ruangnya.
Bruno Fernandes. Oh, acrobatically touched away by Simon. Any touch at all ahead of him would have caused consternation. It was drilled in by Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, the keeper had to get there, but once he makes contact, could have bounced off anybody. This could have gone anywhere. He's never going to catch it. He's looking to parry him. He'll be slightly fortunate.
Brave header by Ruben Diaz.
Dua
So
tinggi
often he
banget.
is the lighthouse standing amid the storm at the back of the Portuguese defence. Housen.
Ya, main paling-paling anjing dia nahan cok mau ekstra anjing. Gila dibunuh cok, kita suka ekstra time. Bukan?
Yamal. That's it, the final action of 90 minutes. This.
Ngulang lagi ya ini
Ya
kayak
pemirsa, gol dari
ini
Cristiano
kayak diur
Ronaldo
anjir.
membuat kedudukan menjadi 2-2 dan kita tentunya melihat Bung Doni menjadi menarik ketika Ronaldo mampu menyamakan kedudukan dan
Coba gua
menjadi
kencing dulu.
salah satu penyelamat pertandingan di babak kedua ini. Hal yang sama ketika Spanyol di 2023 partai final menghadapi Kroasia. Ini menjadi kembali satu hal yang sama ya. Mereka tidak mudah dalam partai final.
Betul, dan tentu di sini kan kita lihat bagaimana yang akan dilakukan oleh Portugal ya, karena kita tahu dengan ditariknya banyak pemain, sepertinya Portugal juga sadar bahwa mereka tidak bisa lagi ketinggalan gol, dan tentunya mereka juga akan mencoba lebih mengambil inisiatif serangan. Dan terlihat kita sempat bahas di awal-awal Bung Tio bagaimana sebenarnya masih ada celah ya di pertahanan daripada Spanyol, dan kita lihat begitu indahnya di sini sebuah shoot daripada Allianz Stadium tempat berlangsungnya final UEFA Nations.
Ya, tanpa Ronaldo tadi Anda melihat Gonçalo Ramos apakah memang menjadi salah satu pilihan terbaik yang saat ini ada di bench dari Portugal?
Ya, mau tidak mau kalau kita lihat dalam beberapa laga sebelumnya memang Ramos juga sangat baik. Dan tadi seperti saya katakan ini adalah bagian dari strategi tentunya, dengan adanya perpanjangan waktu tentunya akan sedikit sulit kalau memang bergantung pada Ronaldo untuk juga melakukan istilahnya membantu menjemput bola atau melakukan sebuah pertahanan.
Susah cowok Ronaldo
Mengingat
anjir kalau
Spanyol
mau
ini benar-benar
ngambilin
sangat
Ronaldo lagi.
tinggi
Nggak
dalam
kuat.
menguasai bola, dan
Lah?
kita lihat setelah beberapa kali
Beliau
terjadi setengah
sama
lapangan, tapi
Yamal.
bahkan mereka juga begitu aktif menekan sepertiga lapangan daripada pertahanan Portugal.
Ya, Roberto Martinez memberikan sebuah perubahan ya, mematikan alur bola dari Spanyol, dan ini berhasil membuat permainan dari Portugal bisa berkembang. Bung Doni.
Ya, tadi seperti saya bilang ya, ini kuncinya adalah bagaimana memenangkan lapangan tengah kalau ingin mengalahkan Spanyol. Dan salah satu yang dilakukan di babak kedua itu adalah mereka bermain jauh lebih baik dalam mencoba juga bersaing di lapangan tengah, dan ini tentunya membuka celah. Kita melihat beberapa kali Rafael juga sempat melakukan manuver ya dari sisi kiri. Ini terbukti bahwa akhirnya ada kesinambungan antara lini depan dan lini belakang, di mana lini tengah bermain jauh lebih baik.
Baik pemirsa, kita akan lanjutkan pertandingan 2 kali 15 menit perpanjangan waktu untuk menentukan siapakah pemenang di final UEFA Nations League. Dan kali ini kami mengajak Anda kembali untuk menuju ke Allianz Arena di Munich, tentunya untuk menyaksikan Portugal menghadapi Spanyol. Selamat menyaksikan.
Salah of Paris Saint-Germain has come on just before this extra time period. 18 goals for Paris Saint-Germain this season. Only Dembele and Babak scored more for the quadruple winners. Can he add different element than Ronaldo was providing, albeit the goal scored in the 90 minutes?
Yeah, for the neutral, really, you want the tempo to stay high. You can see tempos dropping in added time. But I think with all the substitutes that have come on, hopefully, you know, fresh players, they'll keep that urgency high.
Tuh, backnya 3 anjir. Baru nyadar gue.
Ruben Neves has inserted himself in between the two central defenders. This is Renato Vega. Didn't play at all in the semi-final.
But Ruben Neves does that to encourage Nelson Semedo to maybe step into central midfield for Nuno Mendes then to break forward. So he drops into the back line, they become a defensive three, and the fullbacks become dangerous attackers stepping up the pitch.
Mikel Merino.
Nice.
Challenged by Bruno Fernandes as Portugal get it back. Leao.
Leo bisa Leo.
Isco in pursuit. Minquez.
Eksekusi Leo.
Leao's been able to deliver. And it's Serbi Mendy who clears without much ceremony there.
Just mentioned there with Ruben Neves dropping into the back line, Nelson Semedo stepping into midfield. It was he who actually got the ball back in there and played it forward to a fullback stepping into central midfield to affect the play.
Here is Vitinha. What a successful campaign he's had at club level.
Harusnya di extra bisa sampai penalti ya.
International honours too.
Euro aja waktu itu Ronaldo nggak sampai penalti aja.
Nuno Mendes has been a joy to watch this evening. Oh, he's in around the back again. Fed by Leao. And just off target from Nelson Semedo.
Sabar.
Never scored an international goal. Portugal perhaps wishing that chance fell to somebody else.
They just discovered the two players I just mentioned about stepping out of the back line to affect the game. He actually plays the ball.
Anak baru ya?
Just completely mistimes it.
Nicole pas. Siapa dia masuk?
Change for Spain. It's the final action tonight for Nico Williams, who's run his socks off.
Baena.
Alex Baena
Sama?
and Pedro Porro, the two who come on. So Porro replaces Oscar Mingueza.
Pedro Porro.
Right back. Alex Baena, who had a good season for his club Villarreal. 16 goal involvements during the campaign. Can he orchestrate something for Spain here tonight?
I'll just go back to that Nelson Semedo miss. He is a right back, remember. I know he's an international footballer, but he's taking the shot on with his weaker left foot, so that's maybe why he missed times. It might have been better adjusting his body and trying to use his right instep.
It's a good ball. Interesting from Anderson. Looking for
Wow.
Baena. And it's fallen here for Cucurella.
Wah, itu orang kayak kena butros ya.
Baena. Isco. Great desire for Portugal to win it back. Yamal. Marino. Mikel Marino has scored in 2 of Spain's last 3 games. Very much a goal threat, particularly from set pieces, the Arsenal player. Harrison. Isco.
Nah,
Simply in short, just as Baena was
Kena.
going long, it's a foul of Nelson Semedo. And it's a free kick to Portugal. Renato Vega. It's fallen for Leao.
oke.
Bruno Mendes, who was up to Leao.
Crossing.
Gonzalo Ramos waiting patiently in the Ronaldo role in the centre.
I mentioned about the substitutes coming on and keeping the energy levels high. Rafael Leao has certainly done that for Portugal down that left-hand side.
Ruben Diaz to Vitinha. Ruben Neves. Vitinha scanning the horizon, weighing up the options. Here's Pedro Neto.
Ayo, Pedro.
Nelson Semedo.
Langsung, crossing.
Just trying to chop back Pedro
Eh,
Neto.
kena coba
His
buka aja.
assistants right beside that. Jonas Erling.
Oh.
He was satisfied that there wasn't a foul. The reason the referee
Buka
stopped
tuh,
play is
jelas.
because Pedro Neto intimating he's got a head injury.
Parah nih kalau nggak kena tuh. Tuh kan?
Yeah, I don't think Baena does an awful lot wrong. It's a painful one maybe for Neto, certainly no foul. The referee again, you can't take a risk if a player goes down holding his head. You can understand why the referee feels you've got to be careful.
The cool spring looking on.
Hah? Ini anjing nggak pelanggaran dengan tadi.
Porro. Well judged by Nuno Mendes,
Yeah,
but now he's given it
pasang
away.
siapa?
Zubimendi. He's excellent at doing that, just releasing himself from the shackles. Lamine Yamal. Isco. The two combine again. He was hanging in towards Oyadama. That's not a great clearance by Renato Vega. And Cucurella couldn't keep it down.
Yeah, he just snatches at the chance. He has the opportunity just to feed the ball out to his left to Baena in space, but just sits up so temptingly. It's underneath his feet. And
Malah dia
his balance isn't there. He's
kecolongan.
never going to hit the target.
A good goal-scoring season for a left-back in this past campaign. Marc Cucurella, 7 goals for Chelsea. He's team in the Premier League in England. Best scoring campaign of his career so far. And they'll be disappointed he didn't get a slightly better connection there.
They're going to stand in a game like this, an opportunity like that. You're maybe going to try and have a swipe at it, but the ball was never sitting in the right position to be finished effectively.
Straight from Leao, and he draws the foul from Pedro Porro. Portugal just has to take that free kick again because the ball was in motion. Stick and twist. Do they want this to go to penalties? Do they believe they can win it, either of them, in 120 minutes? That's the midway point already of the first half of extra time here at the Munich Arena. Renato Vega. Leao to Nuno Mendes. What a
Ayo,
great
ayo.
first touch
Lari,
that
lari,
is.
lari, lari,
And
lari.
he's got plenty of red to gaze at in field. On he goes himself. Down he goes. No penalty.
Tidak penalti sih. Ribut, wah ribut. Ribut, udah habis. Ributnya. Ribut udah nantang ya.
Powerful surge from Nuno Mendes into the penalty area. Now, first and foremost, the video assistant referee is going to check whether it was or not a spot kick. And then the officials are going to have to deal with what happened in the aftermath. This could take some time.
Just unbelievably dynamic.
Penalti juga
from
udah.
Nuno Mendes. And then the
Ah,
whole
siapa
of
yang
him
kartu?
playing. He absolutely surges past Mikel Merino and it's moving at such pace, any contact on him, and it could be a penalty. So look for VAR and for the referee to sort out here.
As well as the penalty check, there is a review of the aftermath of whether it might be worthy of a red card.
I don't see any obvious contact there on Nuno Mendes.
Dia tahu dia diving ya, tapi kasih lah. Oh
There's
iya,
maybe a touch on his toe, but the exaggerated way in which he falls really tells you that's not a
Far,
foul.
cek far woi. Ayo,
So
ayo.
they seem to have moved on from the penalty check. Agree with that, that's not a spot kick. But then in what kicked off afterwards, has anyone done anything serious enough to merit a dismissal?
Please penalti.
Today, Sam still looking at the images now. We're getting confirmation. Check is over, check complete. No red cards. 100 minutes played. On this Bavarian night in Munich. But it is still up to
Mendorong
France
itu.
who is going to be taking on the Nations League trophy. That's what
Habis tuh
started
orang.
it all.
Alex Baena.
Then the
Keras ini.
response.
Gila.
But anyway, they looked at it, they've analysed it, nothing worthy of a
Nggak
red
penalti.
card, and so we continue.
Yeah, of course, if there is a red card offensively, you have to deal with it. At least good for the game, for what's left of the game.
Parah tuh.
The team hasn't been reduced. But both teams haven't been reduced by one.
3 yellow cards each. Inacio's gone off. Nuno Mendes and Pedro Neto for Portugal. Lenormand, Fabian Ruiz, and now Alex Baena for Spain. It feels critical at this juncture that neither of these teams go down to 10. Here's Leao. He's been a real breath of
Leao
fresh
lagi,
air
Leao.
since coming on. Look at him go! And just about stopped at the very end by Pedro Porro.
Leo pinter ya, dia mainin apa pertahanan Spanyol tuh tahu dia tuh jeleknya gimana. Kasih Bruno ya, sudah. Oh kalau Bruno yakin gimana saya bisa.
You cannot hear yourself thinking here now. This Nations League final has become a cauldron. In the 102nd, almost
Anjing
103
dilempar-lemparin sih. Apa sih? Tangan ini. Liga lu jelek, kalau Liga lu korup ini, coba. Liga lu tuh liga paling korup tuh, coba. Enggak sih, enggak terlalu ya. Italia masih ada. Sudah Liga Prancis juga.
Leao.
Sip.
Just
Goblok.
through to Pedro Neto, but another Pedro Porro was having none of that. Yamal unable to feed the pass to Isco, and Leao will get a chance to one of the
Kena ini. Habis.
seemed to be a foul. It's a free kick to Portugal.
It's brilliant positioning initially from Vitinha because the break was on from Spain. He
Itu
picked up the
jelas-jelas
ball.
ini.
I think it's just maybe the nature of the challenge. Once he gets
Apa
off his feet,
sengaja
that is
itu
maybe the problem.
loh orang
But maybe
kena
catches
lah.
a little bit of Leao before he gets the ball. But again, the exaggerated way that Leao goes to ground maybe just makes the referee's mind up. But the game just starting to stretch, starting to open up.
Enggak dia pusing dia pusing deh. Ya malah pusing Cak.
They've got to take risks.
Makanya sih itunya Bruno masuk itu.
They don't want to make errors. "90 seconds to go until half-time in extra time." Bruno Fernandes hoisting it in. There's no one on the edge of the six-yard box to finish. Paella clearing for Spain. Back in by Pedro Neto. And the diving header from Nuno Mendes, it wouldn't have counted. He was
Opsi
offside.
juga so. Ini
It's the
bagus
defensive
ya.
free kick.
Nggak
Just
SD
brilliant
12
defensive positioning by Baena.
Walaupun posisinya kena semua.
I think it's
Dua
questionable
waktu
whether it
itu.
was offside actually, but the free kick Bruno
Leao
Fernandes really
sama
clever
siapa
ball
ya?
across the
Lupa.
6-yard box. Baena in just the right place to clear the danger.
Lamine Yamal, Mikel Moreno. Whatever Spain scored just ahead of half-time during the normal regulation, 90 minutes, could they score just ahead of half-time here in extra time? For the moment, they must retreat. Isco. Porro. Lenormand. Yamal. Infield of Nuno Mendes, lays it to Marino. Bruno Fernandes briefly with a touch, but he can't get it back. Yamal straight to the keeper.
Well, he's certainly got the power, hasn't he? Just not the accuracy. It's where the goalkeeper wanted it.
There will be 1 minute added on for stoppages ahead of half-time in extra time. Just one moment like that, one snapshot from a player like Lamine Yamal could be very
Susah,
decisive
susah,
in this
susah
UEFA Nations League
buat
final.
tim. Masa iya harus jebol-jebolok dulu? Kalau bisa dulu bagus sih. Langsung. Awas. Set.
Cucurella did well to keep it in.
Langsung. Serot.
Ramos. Isco. It's very scrappy now.
Mantap.
Porro held his nerve,
Ya,
aware of
bisa.
the onrushing Leao in his peripheral vision.
Kena.
And
Langsung
here's
dilempar
giving
loh.
it to Paella, and that is half-time in extra time. 2-2 it remains. This Nations League final still very much up for grabs. And we could now be 15 minutes away from a penalty shootout to decide it. Could still be Lamine Yamal's night. He is waiting
Satu babak lagi kan harusnya.
for a bit of magic to arrive in those boots. He's got 15 minutes more to try and produce something special. Spain, who were twice in front, Portugal, who twice come back. 2-2. It remains in Munich for now.
Yeah, it's probably the typical first half of extra time. We might well get it in the second half as well. There's flashes of quality, lots of nervousness as well. You expect that when you consider what's at stake.
The end of a long, hard season. Two nations ready to give it one last big push. The record of Luis de la Fuente, quite remarkable really. You consider he's coming to the job, taking over from Luis Enrique. What he's got on to achieve. Winning the Nations League, winning Euro 2024. Now maybe on the cusp of winning a second Nations League title. You know, there's no head coach in international football who's ever won the first three major tournaments that they took part in a row. No one's ever done it before.
I think he's benefited from having worked with a lot of these players at junior level as well, so he knows a lot of them, so they know him as well, so that helps when you get into the senior international team. A lot of the players know the coach really well.
Interesting change, this one. Yanni Pino is coming on in place of the boy wonder. Lamine Yamal, 17 years of age. His work is done for tonight. Yanni Pino, the Villarreal winger, who didn't play in the semi-final, comes on for the closing stages here. For very different reasons, Portugal have taken off their superstar Ronaldo, and Spain have taken off Lamine Yamal. But there's a synergy to it. Two players at different ends of their career.
Yeah, I think Ronaldo ran out of steam, was possibly injured, but Lamine Yamal, we know what a talent he is, but he's not really affected this game. He's involved in the Zubimendi goal, but apart from that, he's not been that consistent threat. I think Nuno Mendes has got the better of him during the course of the game, so it's not that surprising a change, really, when you consider his age and what he's played this season.
Diogo Jota, who had a very successful campaign in England under Arne Slot, winning the Premier League title with Liverpool. He comes on in place of Jornetto.
Jangan sampai
To go
adu
back to this
penalti.
month last year for the last time
Kenapa?
Diogo
Karena gue
Jota
paling
scored
benci ya penalti.
international goal.
Itu antara hidup mati ya kalau penalti itu.
Back underway.
Kalau gol di sini udah habis lu menang. Tinggal lu main bertahan ya pas game. Ini lo kalau udah kalah udah habis.
Zubimendi.
Nggak mau ada penalti. Setengah-setengah air penalti itu malah menurut gue 50-50 lah. Spanyol bagus. Mainnya sudah ada generasi. Portugal juga not bad lah, udah lumayan ada beberapa generasi yang bagus. Contoh, Fernandes, Vitinha, Jota, Felix, bagus itu. Jangan salah. Jadi ya gitu. Kipernya nih Costa, kiper Portugal. Di football bagus deh. Bukan, gue bukan bahas di game guys ya. Apa namanya? Tapi emang benar. Kalau yang gue lihat, yang gue dengar juga di TikTok atau di mana itu, kartnya Costa yang baru tuh bagus deh, bagus ya soalnya.
Alex Baena. Nice footwork from Marino. There's danger written all over that for Spain, and Portugal haven't got it clear yet. Marino.
Enggak.
Then no man.
Awas bawah. Aduh.
Pino. So right winger, Yanni Pino has been very much in the shadow of Lamine Yamal in recent times. He's the opportunity here
Coba,
to put
gue
himself
takut
center
kalau pemain
stage.
Spanyolnya ada crossing ini.
Isco ushered back and away by
Takutnya
Diogo
bisa masuk di
Jota.
kotak ya.
Here's Cucurella.
Udah di box udah habis ya.
Portugal's hunger
langsung.
retrieves possession. Vitinha. Clever
Sip,
flick.
gila, sempit itu masih bisa dong.
It was very inventive and he executed it perfectly.
Oke.
Now, Leao.
Yo, Leo. Set,
There comes
kena.
across. The full-blooded nature of this Nations League final continues. Very strong. Oh dear, hang on. What's happening here? Diogo Costa's heart was in his
Berani
mouth for
ya,
a moment
soalnya
there.
saya
I'm sure for the
Pedro
goalkeeper, when he
soalnya
strikes it, he
banget
thinks that's nowhere
dia
near.
mau
But the more
shooting
the ball
jauh ya,
travels,
long shoot gitu nggak
I think the
nyampe.
goalkeeper gets more and more nervous.
Susah loh.
It was audacious.
Kemungkinannya 50-50 walaupun kipernya lagi ada di luar kotak tetap juga nggak
Probably would have
bisa.
got back there if it had been on target. But
Pedro Porro, who scored 4 goals for his club Tottenham Hotspur in England this
Screennya
past
kurang
season.
loh.
He's never scored an international goal. That would have been quite the manner to open your tally for your country. Marino. Housen. It's a situation that calls for cool heads now. Ice in veins. Lenora. Nelson's given it away to Vitinha. Good work from Baena though. Even when Spain do make a mistake, very regularly there's someone else there to rectify it immediately. Baena. Oyatama. Porro. Decided to play it in with
Langsung.
power.
Yo.
This is well located. Leao gets away from Porro. That's going to be another yellow card, is it? Leao was about to step on the gas and accelerate away. And Pedro Porro enters the referee's no move too.
Well, this is the problem because Pedro Porro is a forward-thinking fullback, so he had got forward. His cross was picked up, and then suddenly he realises Rafael Leao is the wrong side of him. So he does the right thing in sprinting to try and get back.
Pedro.
You make a challenge running behind a player like Leao and you catch him, you know you're going to get booked.
Pedro Porro making up for lost time. He wasn't included in Spain's Euro 2024 winning squad last year. Luis Fuente makes another change here. Mikel Oyarzabal, who scored the goal that put Spain 2-1 up in regulation time, is now replaced by one of the stalwarts.
Aduh, Morata.
Who scored against Portugal the last time these sides met.
Anjing, itu pemain bagus tuh.
Leao. But finding it really tough to tangle with. Down goes Lenoma, pushed by Leao.
Anjing, bentar.
Free kick to Spain.
Anjing, film gua tumpah guys. Coba jawab nih, kosong aja.
Yeah, the ball is slightly overhit and he is underneath it.
Ada
So
lagi
unless
nih.
you time your job perfectly, it's always going to skim off the top of your head. But just think there's much more urgency from Spain in the second period. Portugal
Awas,
had the
awas,
better team
jangan.
in the first
Tenang,
period of extra
tenang,
time.
tenang.
Spain want to have kind of stepped the tempo up.
Aduh, 3 menit. Aduh. 2 menit. Terus jangan
Ronaldo
penalti.
Vega.
Jangan penalti.
Vitinha.
Bah, ini 3 menit kalian
Who's got
tinggal
the
perlu
energy in the
menyerang.
legs? Who's got the lung capacity? Touch from Isco. Pino. Marino. Vitinha
Langsung,
battling in.
langsung
Gets
ke
it
bawah.
back to Portugal.
Lari.
That's just not the right angle to pick out Leao.
Pass is probably the right idea, but Pedro Porro is very quick as well. I know Leao's quick. Good starting position from the right back, and there's no way that Leao is going to get in behind him.
Zubimendi. Nelson Semedo gets it back for Portugal. each team now hoping they're going to get one last big chance. It's nothing fancy from Ruben Diaz. Puts it out for
Tapi
his
ntar
first throw.
ada extra time guys. Ada extra time. Gue nggak berharap. Kalau bisa gue berharap extra time-nya di atas 2 menit, 3, 4 atau 5 terserah. Yang penting di atas 2. Gue ngincer banget soalnya.
Just over 5 minutes to go.
Lah, itu CR.
Lenoma,
Ini bukan sih.
Morata,
Aduh.
Paeda, straight at Renato Vega.
Ayo.
It's the definition of
Ketinggian
no
gitu
nonsense
dong.
clearance from the Juventus man.
Yeah, Baena has really shifted off that left-hand side. Cucurella's doing the job, providing the width down that side. Baena's now playing a lot more centrally.
Oh lebih. Berapa? 20 emang. Gue nggak tahu, so gue kira
Zubimendi,
batas apa udah di 115 habisnya. Santai. Ini mereka main ulur semua, so tarik ulur.
Paeda, Dia.
Lepas.
Was on his wavelength, but nobody in the back post for Spain. Nelson Semedo had time to take it down and clear.
Buang bola tapi lihat tempat dulu lah, coba jangan sembarangan.
Ball in like that really deserves at least one yellow shirt to be attacking it.
Ini udah mau subuh tuh, belum selesai menit. Jagain.
Pino, deflection of the way through. Vitinha reacted well. This is Mikel Moreno. Such an atmosphere of tension inside the Munich arena now. Isco. Pino. Loses ball as a decoy. Now Morata. A foul committed. Early attempts by Isco to get there ahead of Ruben Diaz. He's found the Manchester City defender.
Brilliant from Ruben Diaz. At this stage of the game, defenders in their own 6-yard box. Anthony Tari labouring. He was so sharp there, physically, mentally. Right place, right time.
For both coaches now, they know they are within touching distance of the trophy, but they are also perilously close to going home from Munich empty-handed. Nuno Mendes launching towards Diogo Jota, hooked away by Porro. Morata, sharp. Down goes Isco, followed by Bruno Fernandes. Spain having an awful lot of possession in this second half of extra time. As we know in football, it's not how much of the ball you have, it's what you do with it. Portugal will still feel there could be a counter-attacking opportunity coming their way. Here is Zubimendi.
Kan dia ngambil ini aja. Aduh, 2 menit. 2 menit tambah extra time.
Who's been good in the air tonight. Zubimendi. Cucurella. So the blues ringing in his ears all evening, and such satisfaction for him if he can walk off this pitch as a winner tonight. 20 seconds of 120 minutes to go. Marino. Clever ball, but well anticipated by Diogo Costa.
Costa nggak langsung ngejar aja.
Germany as the Porto goalkeeper.
And just reading in the danger because outfield players ahead of him. Probably ball watching there, but his positioning was reactive.
Lari.
His reaction to that forward ball was absolutely excellent.
Throw-in lagi. Mereka.
Throw-in's gone to Portugal. They're all appealing for it. Last touch off Pedro Porro.
Oh, Portugal. Walaupun tadi kelihatan banget sih, harusnya yang throw-in tuh Spanyol tuh. Tapi udah.
Clock is ticking. Penalty shootout looming. Ruben Diaz. Renato Vega. Fourth officials about to hold up the board to tell us what's to be added on. Oh, it's the solitary minute.
Aduh, nambahnya 1.
Could be now.
Ya udah ini harus cepet ini mainnya. Ayo mulai main nyerang.
Nelson Semedo. Vitinha. Ruben Diaz has a look. High and hopeful, Diogo Jota. Is that to be the last chance from open play tonight?
Ya,
It's a little bit too easy for Ruben Diaz to deliver. It is a chance, just
Itu corner
mistimes
nggak
the
please?
jump.
Kalau corner lucu.
That's why the ball was
Boleh
up
sih.
and over and not down under the crossbar.
Aduh sih udah.
I suppose these finals have been absolutely brilliant. I suppose a penalty shootout in the final, would that be a fitting way to complete the drama of the last 5 days?
Udah habis.
The referee blows the whistle. And one
Yang besar sudah terakhir 2 kali 15 menit waktu tambahan yang diberikan dari final kali ini, dan kita lihat belum ada negara yang mampu unggul sehingga pertandingan akan diselesaikan dengan adu tendangan penalti. Bu Doni, dengan situasi seperti ini siapa yang akan diuntungkan dengan drama adu tendangan penalti?
Ya, sebenarnya kalau adu penalti udah jelas ini adalah benar-benar 50-50 Bung Tio. Memang yang menjadi pertanyaan adalah siapa yang mendapatkan tendangan penalti terlebih dahulu. Memang saya tidak pegang datanya, tapi biasanya memang kalau melakukan tendangan penalti lebih dahulu tentunya beban itu sedikit tidak lebih berat dibanding mengambil kesempatan yang keduanya. Dan tentunya buat Portugal sendiri sebenarnya ada beberapa kerugian juga, karena kita tahu ya, one of the master of penalties, Cristiano Ronaldo sendiri sudah lanjut diganti, tapi juga problem yang juga sama tentunya dimiliki oleh Guente, di mana kita tahu ya beberapa penyerang-penyerangnya dia sudah mereka keluarkan, terutama adalah penalti taker Spanyol. Lamine Yamal sudah tidak ada, Nico Williams juga sudah tidak ada, sudah pada diganti. Tapi
Oyarzabal juga.
Oyarzabal juga sudah diganti. Jadi ini akan menjadi menarik dan ini akan bukan lagi strategi pelatih, tapi adalah kekuatan mental dari setiap pemain yang memang apakah dia menerima saat diminta atau memang kadang ada beberapa yang mengajukan diri, Bung Tio.
Ya, tadi kalau kita melihat tadi bagaimana pelatih Roberto Martinez sudah menunjuk pemainnya dengan sangat tegas ya.
Ya.
Menugaskan para pemain untuk melakukan penalti seperti yang juga Anda katakan, memang belum tentu sang pemain juga menerima, bisa saja dia bilang tidak siap akan dipegang oleh pemain lain. Ya, ini instruksi khusus untuk penjaga gawang ya. Tentunya mereka mempelajari jika si A menendang pasti arahnya ke sini, jika si B menendang ini tentunya sudah dipelajari oleh para pelatih.
Ya, dan kita tahu ya dalam 10 tahun terakhir ini memang sekarang dengan majunya teknologi kita bisa melihat bagaimana asisten pelatih itu bahkan maunya ada sudah ditambah disebut tentunya itu adalah video man ya. Karena itu tugasnya adalah mengumpulkan klip-klip, terutama kalau dalam konteks penalti adalah melihat mungkin 5-10 penalti terakhir dan pengambil penalti juga yang dalam konteks itu, dan juga mungkin kiper dalam hal biasanya lebih cenderung buat ke kanan atau ke kiri, posisinya seperti apa, itu yang kadang menjadi sebuah senjata khusus yang bisa menjadi tambahan modal untuk memperkuat chance atau peluang mereka untuk bisa memenangkan laga penalti.
Ya, kita tidak melihat dulu siapa penalti takersnya, tapi siapa penjaga gawangnya Abu Doni. Anda melihat Diego Costa dengan Unai Simon, siapa lebih unggul dalam pertandingan kali ini dan juga nanti berpotensi menjadi penyelamat di drama penalti.
Mungkin kalau kita melihat dari beberapa laga selama timnas,
Portugal dulu guys.
kita tahu ya, Spanyol senjatanya kurang lebih banyak drama di penalti di mana Simon adalah salah satu penjaga gawangnya. Dan kita tahu dia juga memiliki ketenangan serta refleks juga sangat bagus, tapi bukan berarti ini mengatakan bahwa dia akan lebih unggul dari Diego Costa. Kalau saya melihat dari penalti itu memang kadang menjadi faktor adalah seorang penjaga gawang, tapi yang paling penting adalah eksekusi dari pendapat yang benar. Dan ini yang saya rasa sangat penting. Siapa yang akan menjadi pertama kali dengan tendangan gawang, apa tendangan penalti ini kadang juga bisa menentukan hasil akhir.
Ya, tadi kita lihat bagaimana supporter bersorak karena tentunya tadi Kapten Bruno Fernandes mendapatkan memilih tempat ya, dan memilih tempat gawang yang tentunya di belakang para supporter dari Portugal.
Ini sudah baik ya, strategi yang bagus.
Bener.
Ya, baik Bu Doni dan juga pemirsa, kita akan segera saksikan tentunya drama penalti untuk menentukan siapakah juara UEFA Nations League yang merupakan episode keempat. Kita sudah bahas tadi 2019 menjadi milik Portugal, 2021 menjadi milik Prancis, 2023 menjadi milik Spanyol, dan kali ini kita melihat di musim 2024-2025 akan menjadi milik Portugal dan Spanyol, di mana pemenangnya tentunya akan mencatatkan sejarah mereka menjadi juara 2 kali di episode UEFA Nations League. Baik, dari pertandingan antara Portugal dan Spanyol, kami ucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
This is the UEFA Nations League final in Munich, and it has come down to this.
Gol. Gol.
Gonzalo Ramos scores. An emphatic
Mantap Gonzalo Ramos.
Always feel slightly risky when you go for power, when you go down the middle. You're hoping maybe the goalkeeper dives out of the way, and that's exactly what happens here. Normally players, when they try and pick out a corner, he doesn't, just goes for the smash down the middle.
Ronaldo itu sama aku juga.
pleads for divine intervention. Mikel Merino steps forward to take the first penalty for Spain. This is his third Nations League final. Can he brush off the pressure? Merino! 1-1. The perfect response from Spain's point of view.
That's a beautiful penalty. That's whipped side netting. Keeper has no chance even if he goes the right way, but the Portuguese fans behind the goal are so funny how quiet they were when Ramos took his, how noisy they were when Merino stepped up to take that. That is a real test of nerve, with that crowd baying for you to miss, to tuck it home so effortlessly.
Next cab off the rank, Vitinha. What a season this man has had. One of the stars of the show with Paris Saint-Germain in France, as they have won a quadruple, including the Champions League. Now, can he hold his nerve
Ini aja.
from 12 yards out?
Ayo gol. Gol.
Vitinha strikes with conviction.
Yes,
Asik.
approach, and then he just crushes up as he strikes the ball. The way that he strikes and the way that he whips it, so he's moving away from the goalkeeper. It's a difficult height for a keeper to get.
Asik, gila diputerin dari headbandnya.
Fingernails being bitten. It's getting very serious now. Alex
Let's go.
Ophelia. And the penalty of the highest quality. 4 successful kicks out of 4 as this Nations League final remains in the balance.
Outstanding penalties, all 4.
Yeah.
It's so difficult. You know he can put the ball into the back of the net. You're in international football. It's just, can you deal with the pressure? And all 4 so far have done that superbly.
Portugal's next penalty kick taker is renowned as a specialist in this regard. 7 successful penalty kicks out of 7 at club level this season.
Nangis Cok CR.
And no one, including Cristiano Ronaldo, has ever scored more penalty
Gak
kicks
mau
for
lihat,
Manchester
tapi gue
United
juga lihat itu
than
kita
Bruno Fernandes.
Ayo 4 viewer, halo lagi udah di penalti guys, ini gimana ayo gol. Posisi 3-2 guys.
One pressure.
That's an unerring penalty, the way that he just kind of jumps into the ball as he strikes it. It's a technique that has served him ever so well. Just drops
Sampai
onto
nah.
Again, it's into the side netting.
Yang
It's
nyerang.
pretty much unsavable, even if you
Tenang,
agree what he's
Bruno.
trying to do.
Well, wherever you're watching around the world, if perhaps you've gone up early this morning to watch this, maybe you're staying up late. This is sporting drama at its finest. Isco, the experienced Spaniard. Things up again, but I'll tell you what, Diogo Costa got a club today.
Mampus.
3-3.
I think we can hear the slap. The keeper did get something on it, just couldn't keep it out.
Oh,
As you
gol
mentioned,
tuh.
vastly experienced Isco. He's had a brilliant
Itu
season
bukan di save.
with Betis. The goalkeeper actually really
Oh,
died just
masuk
past it and he can't get his arm back to
Kira
keep
di
it out.
save,
He's
Cok.
so unlucky.
Bunyinya di save anjing.
Successful
Gue
penalties
ngeliat
each.
banget ya.
But with every scored
Kira di
spot
save,
kick,
aduh.
it just increases the pressure of
Siapa
the
itu?
next players to follow.
Anjir anak baru.
Nuno Mendes,
Oh,
our
Mendes nggak jadi.
Champions
Gue
League
kira anak
winner
baru.
this season. One
Masih
of
bisa.
the star players of this week in Germany at these Nations League finals. Can he deliver here?
Gol.
But a scintillating finish. And Portugal lead again.
Nah, di sini.
Being a left footer, that is the natural way
Ini
you go.
gagal.
It's the natural swipe.
Portugal menang.
You lift it,
Satu lagi.
you
Udah
lift the ball,
selesai.
you run the risk of maybe
Serah.
pushing it over the
Ngeri anjir, dia
crossbar.
berani
This
banget
is
Cok.
just beautifully taken. Keeper dives the right way, but the height is the problem. Keeper's never going to get there. Bags of
Ada PP.
swirling away for the keeper too.
Bensin kali ya. Datang dia
Stepping
nonton.
forward for Spain on his 86th international appearance.
Pedri kan.
Alvaro Morata.
Oh Morata. Nggak bagus. Yes.
Diogo Costa. The first missed penalty of the shootout. And it is very much
Cok, dia langsung.
advantage Portugal now.
I'm surprised. Such an experienced player. He really telegraphed where he was looking to
Dah.
strike that. It's a
Ini
ball.
satu kali gol udah habis menang Cok.
What an opportunity to win the title now.
This next kick can decide it. Can Portugal make it a perfect 5 out of 5?
Siapa itu?
Ruben Neves.
Neves, oh Neves. Ya, gol.
Have won the Nations League final for 2025.
Serius apa? Cok, nih.
This evening in Munich belongs to Portugal.
Final terserunya. Anjing sampai beneran nangis dong. Nation League keduanya Cok, sumpah. Anjay. Mana Jose Mourinho? Anjir, Ronaldo.
The standards that Cristiano Ronaldo was set. Again, his passion, he came off, he'd have been disappointed. They didn't sing the game out, but again, the support he has
just unquestionable. So again, it's such a great team player as well as one of those wonderful individual players we've ever seen. Disappointing night for Spain. So close to lifting a trophy for a third summer in a row. Luis Fuente's team will regroup. They will prepare for the World Cup in 12 months' time. But in this battle between the
Gila 5-3 tuh.
Portugal have outdone Spain. And after such a close, tight-knit final, it was
Ya, pemirsa, mari kita saksikan
Anjay.
penalti yang tentunya
Lagi diukir cowok pialanya.
berhasil melanggar Spanyol dengan skor yang diadu dalam penalti. Sekaligus membuat sejarah bagi Portugal menjadi negara pertama yang berhasil
Alasnya nih.
juara untuk kedua kalinya di UEFA Nations League yang sudah berhasil 4 kali berturut.
Ya, betul, dan ini jadi menarik buat Spanyol ini kita tahu dalam dua laga penting ya, di quarter final dan juga di final UEFA Nations. Memang di tahun yang berbeda mereka selalu memenangkan laga penalti, mengalahkan Belanda tadi sebelum dan juga
Wah beneran cok, wah gila Ronaldo.
ini adalah laga kedua kalau saya lihat dalam catatan saya dalam sejarah antara Portugal dan Spanyol yang harus dilangsungkan dalam babak adu penalti ini, dan ini adalah pembalasan daripada kekalahan mereka pada saat Eropa tahun 2012. Jadi ini pembalasan di dalam laga tentunya yang berbeda UEFA Nations, tapi tetap ini menjadi kemenangan yang sangat bersejarah dan tentunya sangat istimewa. Kita nggak tahu apakah ini belum menjadi last word atau last dance buat sang legenda Cristiano Ronaldo.
Iya last dance ini full selingkuh.
Ketika Ronaldo, setelah kita tahu dirinya berhasil membawa Portugal menjadi juara Nations di tahun 2019, ya.
Iya.
Ini kita lihat ini mendapatkan aplaus ya dari PP dan bagaimana Nuno Mendes memang menjadi salah satu bintang di hari ini.
Anjir.
Dan kita masih disyukur dari sang living legend sepak bola Portugal, Bung Dori.
Dunia lah.
Iya.
Katanya di Portugal.
Ya kita lihat sampai menangis ya, sepertinya emosional sekali di umur 40 dirinya masih mendapatkan sebuah title. Ya ini melengkapi rentetan catatan yang kita tahu dirinya sudah sangat berprestasi bersama dengan klub. Mulai dari dirinya berada di Indonesia, kita tahu bagaimana meraih gelar juara Brand Sporting,
CR7 gold for real.
Portugal, dan bahkan Ballon d'Or juga beberapa kali. Lengkap sudah ya. Hanya Piala Dunia belum.
Tapi memang yang menjadi menarik adalah gol daripada Ronaldo itu menjadi krusial, itu menjadi istilahnya game changing ya. Karena kita tahu Spanyol begitu mereka memiliki kesempatan itu menurut biasanya sangat sulit kalau tidak sudah dibahas. Ada tim yang termasuk sangat bermain dengan pure, hanya keinginan mereka adalah selalu mencetak gol dan menang. Tapi di sini kita lihat tadi sempat kita bahas juga beberapa kali di awal, resiliensi adalah daya untuk tidak selalu ingin menyerah, itu adalah yang dilakukan oleh Portugal. Mereka sering sekali comeback from behind.
Akhirnya gue bisa lihat logo senyum lagi anjir.
Leg pertama ini sudah diberikan paling tidak ya di Nations di tahun 2025 ini yang saya bilang tadi, perbedaan apa yang dibuat oleh pertemuan nasional membangun sebuah chemistry, membangun sebuah karakter, membangun sebuah sistem yang secara kolektif mereka bisa bermain sangat baik. Ya memang
Anjir jersey tuanya tuh gila.
tapi beberapa pemain tersebut saya rasa
Lengan panjangnya tuh.
sah untuk disebutkan mereka bukanlah bintang yang dari awal mudanya sudah dinilai oleh banyak orang besar. Ini adalah beberapa pemain yang sebenarnya itu belakangan baru menunjukkan kualitas mereka atau istilah bahasa Indonesia late bloomer. Tapi yang diperlihatkan oleh Portugal ini mereka secara kohesif, secara kolektif mereka bisa bermain sangat baik dan mereka menaklukkan tim yang
Ada PP.
paksa ya, bahwa Spanyol melihat harusnya secara materi, secara catatan kemenangan, catatan juara tim terbaik untuk saat ini. Tapi mereka bisa kalahkan di sebuah momen, sebuah hari, sebuah malam yang tentunya akan tidak pernah dilupakan oleh seorang Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ya, Allianz Arena menjadi saksi Portugal menjadi salah satu negara yang berhasil menjadi juara untuk 2 kali setelah tahun 2019, dan juga menjadi saksi Cristiano Ronaldo menjadi top scorer dengan 8 gol, dan juga menjadi saksi bagaimana Lamine Yamal harus kembali gagal ya untuk menjadi juara di Nations League, dan kita lihat tadi digantikan di babak kedua bersama dengan Nico Williams. Itu tentunya menjadi sebuah perjudian yang bayar mahal ya, karena dua pemain yang sering menciptakan gol dari penalti tidak ada keluaran pelatih, tapi kepentingan penting.
Ya, tapi balik lagi saya melihat ini bukan
Wah gila.
nggak seharusnya kita menunjukkan
Pinter Cok, tadi Bruno pas adu penalti milih tempat kan jadi ceritanya. Nah, Bruno milih tempatnya di ini, di depan apa, depan supporter Portugal ya, masuk akal anjir, pinter lah kalau kayak gitu. Buat mental mereka naik Cok.
yang dia tangani ini adalah dalam hal bertahan. Sudah terlalu banyak laga-laga di mana kehebatan mereka, kesuperkasaan mereka dalam hal mencetak gol menyelesaikan permainan ini akhirnya sudah menjadi sempurna pada saat mereka juga begitu sering menderita gol lebih dari 2 juga. Kita lihat sekarang pun juga 2 gol bersarang gawang Spanyol di saat mereka sebenarnya lebih mendominasi. Mereka seperti ini ya secara possession.
Ya, Ulrich, ini sudah berakhir.
Ya.
UEFA Nations
Gila.
akan menuju ke kualifikasi Piala Dunia Eropa yang baru berlangsung. Bagaimana dengan prospek dari Portugal dan Spanyol di kualifikasi Piala Dunia 2026?
Saya rasa ya plus minus Rodri dan dengan kembali ke Rodri ya Spanyol akan tetap menjadi Spanyol yang saya rasa salah satu favorit buat juara. Tapi kalau kita lihat Portugal ini menjadi menarik, apakah Piala Dunia mereka akan tetap memakai Ronaldo atau tidak? Saya rasa sih harusnya ditutup dengan kenangan manis dengan menjadi UEFA Nation dan saatnya juga Ronaldo mempercayakan ini kepada Roberto Martinez dan mungkin Bruno Fernandes dan kawan-kawan.
Belum anjir. Gue masih, kalau saran gue masukin Ronaldo di Piala Dunia terakhir ya Cok. Malah bagus kalau dia masuk di Piala Dunia terakhirnya itu loh, kasihan Cok. Sekarang kesempatan terakhirnya di Piala Dunia besok Cok, tahun depan.
Apresiasi akan diberikan Ronaldo, saya rasa udah saatnya Bukio ya, sudah persis di 40 tahun dan diakhiri dengan juara. Saya rasa ini saat dan momen yang tepat untuk dia benar-benar retire. Terlepas bahwa dia pasti siap, masih kuat, masih ingin bermain, tapi tutuplah dengan sebuah kemenangan.
Ya, betul. Dengan gelar 138 gol dari 221 kali memperkuat tim nasional. Dengan gelar yang sudah kita bahas tadi, sepertinya sudah cukup ya. Bagi Ronaldo, mungkin dirinya tinggal bermain di level klub di Al Nassr dengan santai.
Ya, boleh saja, tapi dengan berakhir kontrak, saya rasa sudah saatnya retire lah ya. Sudah saatnya retire, ini sudah nomor debate, nomor discussion, tidak lagi perdebatan, tidak lagi pembahasan. Menurut saya, karena memang tidak ada satupun yang bisa dibilang gue kecuali yang di atas sana Mutio ya. Tapi jelas sih, one of the greatest of all time.
Ya. Kalau kita melihat rekannya di Piala Eropa 2004 itu pelatih ya. Pelatih ini kayak saja.
Ya ntar. Sabar.
Siapa itu cantiknya adek itu?
Enggak, emang udah diturunin.
Sebenarnya kalau melihat dari beberapa negara yang kita sudah saksikan ya, Jerman juga tidak lulus.
Oi, let's go.
Seperti apa kekuatan di Eropa? Apakah akan ada perubahan dalam 2 tahun terakhir?
Saya berharap Inggris ya kembali solid. Dan harusnya udah saatnya Inggris sekarang juga udah kasih silverware.
Dikasih dong ban kaptennya ke CR.
Dua, saya berharap sih dia adalah negara seperti Belanda, negara yang mungkin buat dengan Jerman itu adalah antipati ya. Jadi saya rasa Belanda di saatnya kembali
Oh, langsung mati.
Iya, bentar dulu.
Dia udah sebut dari tadi, kamu bilang.
Ya bentar, dikit lagi selesai nih. Tinggal ngangkat piala.
terjadi dengan kita lihat Inggris juga di sini
Ayo, Jer.
adalah Jerman. Ini hanya masalah untuk bicara tidak bermain. Prancis saya rasa di problemnya adalah perlu peremajaan pelatih ya. Mungkin besok saatnya mundur.
Sudah terbaca ya.
Dan kita lihat Portugal ini akan mengalami fase baru, babak baru pada saat kata Ronaldo. Saya berharap tetap Ronaldo harusnya mengakhiri dengan indah. Sekarang kalau Spanyol saya bilang di tanpa Rodri kok ini kalau ada Rodri bahaya betul gitu ya.
Mereka juara Eropa.
Betul, dan tentunya negara-negara lain kita tahu Denmark bukan kekuatan yang mudah ditaklukkan, makanya membutuhkan waktu tuh sampai
Gila.
selatan ya, double leg, sekali 2 leg untuk bisa dilalui oleh Widiawati atau dikalahkan oleh Portugal. Jadi saya rasa masih tetap menang. Swedia dengan bintang-bintang barunya yang lainnya. Norwegia mengalahkan Italia 3-0 semangat di kekuatan baru.
Ya, kalau melihat dari pasca mungkin berakhirnya masa Ronaldo di tim nasional Portugal, ada melihat siapa penerus yang bisa menjadi kapten? Apakah Bruno Fernandes atau pemain lain?
Saya tetap Bruno Fernandes ya Bung, karena secara talent
Ya menang CR.
dia adalah yang terbaik.
Berapa?
Tapi secara
Menang penalti so 5-3. Tipis bener.
beberapa fans mungkin dari klub Manchester United tentang seorang Bruno Fernandes, tapi saya bilang dia sudah melalui semuanya ini dan marilah dipercayakan atau dikasih tongkat estafet itu saatnya kepada seorang Bruno Fernandes.
Ya, tidak akan sangat menarik nanti di 2026. Semoga saja banyak bintang baru muncul ya, yang yang
pastinya
terlihat saat
sekarang ditutup.
dan rumor seperti yang katakan meskipun nanti akan banyak berita baru.
Asli cok, banyak.
Lihat bagaimana ya saya beruntung yang hidup di zaman Pele, Maradona, kemudian persaingan antara Ronaldo dan Messi yang berlangsung cukup lama, memberikan vibes yang berbeda, emosional yang berbeda ketika kita menyaksikan persaingan antara dua pemain besar ini.
Jadi kita bisa bilang mungkin kalau saat ini tanpa bermaksud memberikan penilaian ya, kita hanyalah seorang presenter dan komentator ya mungkin. Tapi rasanya belum sampai level seorang Ronaldo versus Lionel Messi ya. Tapi tadi saya bilang ini akan ada sebenarnya kita tahu ya finalissimo ya. Itu adalah juara Piala Eropa bertemu dengan juara Amerika Selatan CONMEBOL. Itu kan berarti akan ketemu nih antara seorang Lamine Yamal dengan Lionel Messi. Tapi part 1 tentunya si Lamine Yamal harus mengalah pada Cristiano Ronaldo kan. Ini menarik juga sih. Saya ingin melihat itu sebenarnya selanjutnya.
Ya. Dan menjadi satu momen hebat ya bagi Lamine Yamal setelah bertemu dengan Ronaldo, tentu dia akan bertemu dengan Lionel Messi. Ini meskipun legend di tim yang sama, tapi kita coba melihat Roberto Martinez, pelatih yang saya dulu kenal sebagai pelatih Wigan Athletic, kemudian Everton, kemudian menjadi pelatih Belgia. Ini yang tentunya semakin membuat namanya semakin lambung tinggi, dan akhirnya 2023 menjadi pelatih Portugal. Ada melihat seberapa kualitasnya pelatih ini?
Ya itu dia. Kalau memang mungkin agak sedikit tidak fair ya, seperti saya katakan Belgia itu datang dengan kekuatan terbaiknya dengan golden generation-nya. Ya. Antara orang memang menyangka atau sebenarnya tidak menyangka sebegitu luar biasanya talentanya kan mungkin. Ya. Jadi akhirnya memang beberapa orang melihat kehebatan seorang Martinez itu jadi gugur karena dia tidak bisa mengantar Belgia menjadi juara mungkin gitu ya. Itu problemnya kan. Tapi menurut saya adalah akhirnya memang seperti layaknya semua orang untuk berhak mendapatkan kesempatan kedua atau second chance. Dia mendapatkan peluang kedua ini di tim negara Portugal. Dan yang menarik adalah udah kontroversi udah banyak tuh pada saat dia memimpin Portugal kan, karena dibilang dia pasti akan takut akan diatur oleh Cristiano Ronaldo. Tapi yang terjadi dia bisa, mungkin nggak kata yang tepat ya, mungkin bisa berkompromi, bukan menjinakkan, berkompromi dengan Ronaldo. Dan kita juga melihat Ronaldo lebih tenang mainnya ya, tidak terlalu berambisi atau mungkin menciptakan intrik atau konflik di dalam tim. Dan ini yang menurut saya
Anjay, pialanya PP yang bawa cok.
Dari Portugal kita lihat mendapatkan aplaus dari junior-juniornya ya. Ini memang kalau kita melihat PP menjadi salah satu pemain sangat lama hingga umur 39 menjadi pemain tim nasional Portugal dan mendapatkan aplaus memberikan atau membawa piala. Dan kita sudah ada Presiden UEFA Alexander Severin dari Slovenia. Kita lihat seorang lawyer yang memang menjadi bekas presiden sepak bola, federasi sepak bola. Kita lihat ini algojonya atau sorry, tukang pukul yang dalam tanda kutip di lapangan. Karena selalu saja Ronaldo di
bela
baik di Real Madrid maupun di Barcelona. Yang tidak ada lagi sosok seperti Pepe ya di tim nasional saat ini.
Di Portugal maksudnya ya. Yang jelas
Belum ada penggantinya ya.
Ya mungkin belum sekuat ya. Tapi sebenarnya
Widih.
adalah salah satu pemimpin di lini belakang daripada Portugal ya. Jadi kita lihat juga
Ini best playernya ya.
bersemangat bermain ya. Kadang-kadang memang sedikit menjurus menunjukkan mungkin
Anjay.
tapi dia juga menjalankan tugasnya dengan baik.
Ya, live up the game sepertinya ya.
Yes.
Diberikan untuk Bruno Mendes yang memang memberikan satu gol. Kemudian
Serem anjir golnya tadi sumpah. Gila.
Ya.
Apakah memang pantas ya, Murni?
Ya, pantas. Karena kan ini melengkapi trofi dia di tahun ini menjadi indah sekali dia.
Juara Eropa, kali ini menjadi juara UEFA. Ya, sebenarnya Ronaldo ya. Jadi top scorer kan 8 gol. Kita lihat semua di bawah Ronaldo.
Ini solid sih ya. Kita lihat ini tim solid mungkin. Ya.
Tergantung pelatihnya.
Betul. Jadi istilahnya deep ya, dalam dan merata.
Jadi Portugal juga tampil
Luar biasa ya.
sangat bagus ya, Pak.
Ada wasit cewek ya, tumben.
Penghargaan juga. Saya lihat kualitas wasit di dunia, di Eropa memang ada kurangnya, tapi ini menjadi salah satu hal terpenting ya. Kita berharap bahwa di Asia bisa seperti ini Bu Doni.
Ah, mau berharap di Asia kayak gini.
Masih banyak terjadi kurang percaya dengan wasit ya.
Wasitnya pada main, cok.
Dalam ajang AFC Bu Doni.
Udah nggak heran, cok, kalau AFC. Kalau ngambil wasitnya wasit FIFA yang Eropa ya nggak apa-apa, masih bagus ya. Kalau wasitnya wasit Asia ya jelek, cok, percuma.
Memimpin untuk Indonesia.
Anjay.
Namun saya melihat ini semua lebih
Aduh.
faktor mungkin daripada oknumnya ya.
Ya.
Secara
Ini yang Spanyol.
benar, harus ada pembelajaran untuk bisa jauh lebih baik mungkin dari benua-benua yang lebih besar atau lebih mempunyai tradisi dalam hal menjaga fair play.
Ya, La Fuente jadi pelatih yang cukup sukses saya rasa menangani tim sejak 2022, membawa Spanyol baru, kekuatan baru, pemain muda strong, dan ini menjadi masa depan yang berbahaya. Mereka sudah menjadi juara Eropa, mereka bisa saja menjadi juara dunia. Mereka materi pemainnya luar biasa, terlihat dengan kebanyakan materi pemain Barcelona dan sejarah baru.
Iyalah, jelas, cok. Oh iya, gue baru ingat Raul kok nggak main ya dia. Main nggak sih dia? Kok Raul siapa?
Ini yang saya bilang.
Ini ada dia nih,
Siapa?
Fadil Fuente ya.
Iya, betul. Dan
Yang kemarin waktu di Madrid apa? Jebolin gawang Munchen cepet banget tuh, siapa lupa gue. Itulah. Kayaknya nggak main deh dia.
betul, dia banyak membuat istilahnya blueprint untuk sepak bola muda. Pemain-pemain muda Spanyol ini membuat dia mendapat julukan di profesor. Dan itu membuat tentunya ya itu tadi mungkin bukan nama yang sering disebut, nama yang mungkin kita semua sering baca dalam berbagai media. Jadi mengagetkan, seperti Bung Tio katakan, tapi ternyata ya at the end of the day it's all about result.
Ya.
And he's delivering that result. Buat beberapa terakhir ini.
Ya, dan setelah memang lihat wajah dari anak muda Lamine Yamal yang masih belum bisa menerima kekalahan ya. Dan dia tampil sangat baik dia Lamine Yamal, di depannya adalah Babak, pemain yang sudah menciptakan 16 gol, pemain Real Sociedad, salah satu pemain senior di lini depan menjadi pilihan utama. Menampingi Lamine Yamal dan juga Nico Williams, sedangkan Alvaro Morata menjadi paling pemain senior. Ini kenapa kamera lebih sering menaruh pada Lamine Yamal? Karena memang ini bintang yang tentunya akan bersinar lebih terang lagi di masa yang akan datang untuk sepak bola.
Nah, ini dia. Bagian Portugal, guys.
Dan menjadi contoh bagi role model bagi anak muda ya,
Harusnya.
yang ingin menjadi pemain sepak bola kembali.
Jangan lupa pada saat di Piala Eropa kita tahu ya dia menjalani Piala Eropa, menjalani persiapan Piala Eropa sambil dia mencoba terus konsentrasi dalam beberapa mata kuliah atau pelajaran yang dia ambil ya.
Ya.
Mungkin bukan kuliah lah istilahnya.
Ya.
Mata SMA kali ya menurut dia.
Ya, ini para pemain dari Portugal sudah mendapatkan pengaluan medali dari Presiden UEFA.
Ini kecil banget tuh tadi nomor 24 siapa, cok? Masih muda anjir kayak. Beruntung banget, cok, semua.
Portugal menetapkan diri menjadi negara pertama yang menjadi juara. Kita lihat tentunya UEFA Nations League. Ada Nations League A, B, dan C. Jadi salah satu hal yang positif yang dulu disebut katakan.
Ada PP.
Bagi UEFA untuk memberikan sebuah tajuk friendly match menjadi lebih serius dan juga memberikan atau mengatur sehingga negara-negara yang memiliki ranking lebih rendah bisa bertemu dengan negara-negara ranking lebih tinggi.
Ya.
Dalam sebuah pertandingan yang resmi dan menarik ya.
Ya, bukan begitu.
Yang lain pastinya Cristiano Ronaldo. Ya, saya masih penasaran apakah ini akan menjadi momen terakhirnya setelah dia akan melakukan retire atau dia masih melanjutkan hingga 2026. Setahun lagi udah ditanggung.
Mungkin akun T10 TV harus mulai menggalak
Ini dia.
sebuah gerakan untuk mengatakan it's time legend ya, it's time Ronaldo gitu ya. Jadi begitu
Let's
dia
go.
begitu manis.
Anjing.
Sekarang ini
Ini dia.
Di tahun 2019 di event yang sama.
Oh, nggak bisa cok. Oh, ya, let's go. Ya, 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 oi, yo, 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 yo.
Goosebump. Duduk rasanya.
Campeones, campeones, ole, campeones, nes campeones, campeones.
Karena Prancis baru 1 kali dan Spanyol baru 1 kali. Ya ini kita akan menunggu tentunya. Tapi saya rasa kalau melihat penampilan seperti ini, mungkin saja dirinya akan dibawa ke Amerika ya, meskipun tidak akan mendapatkan filman yang baik. Dan seperti apa posisi serta Anda? Ya, dan tentunya terima kasih sebelumnya atas komentar-komentar Anda. Dan pemirsa jangan lupa untuk menyaksikan pertandingan dari RCTI tentunya akan menyaksikan pertandingan di tanggal 10 Juli pukul 01 waktu Indonesia Barat Belgia hadapi Wales. Akhir kata saya Pedro waktu itu dapat terjadi dengan seperti bertugas. Selamat pagi, terima kasih atas segala atensi dan sampai jumpa.
Goblok berjatuh. Oke, jadi begitu teman-teman untuk apa namanya final kali ini, dan cukup bagus kali ini. Saya suka, benar sangat bagus. Dan ya udah berapa jam ya kita nonton. Thank you yang udah nonton, yang udah nemenin gua nobar nonton di live reaction. Ya walaupun gua nggak berharap ini bakal naik sih, tapi ya sudah nggak apa-apa. And ya, see you in the next streaming. Gue Lucifer, ciao.